Okay, you asked for the man, the myth, the legend. Andre Belmar is here, and I feel like this is very cool that for the 100th episode of the Daily Grind podcast, I have a guest.
I can't believe it's been 100 episodes.
Can we talk about that real quick? Like the power of just freaking press play. Like if you want to start the blog, if you want to start an Instagram page, if you want to start a business, just, you don't have to announce it to the world. Like I feel like that was 2020, 2021, 2022. I'm going to start a podcast. Cool. Just do it. And I didn't even talk about it. I just started recording and I created podcasts and I just felt like that became the thing. And I feel like consistency won.
Yeah, and I appreciate that you're an example of consistency. You don't just preach it, you're actually doing it. So kudos to you, Angie. 100 episodes. Congratulations.
Well, it was you guys too. So I said yesterday that I was going to be on. I'm pretty sure I said I was going to be on with you. And that we had a pretty exciting announcement. Carl, do you want to be a part of it? Carlos,
he's very busy right now.
He's
very,
preoccupied.
Very busy.
The camera's rolling, so I'm sure he'll be. Carl, do you want to join us?
You want to come say hello?
No.
No, he's okay. He's busy right now.
Love you. Okay. So for this episode, we said that we were going to share something kind of super exciting. And here it is. So for our 100th podcast episode, I felt like this was very fitting. And it was actually supposed to fall on this day anyway. So I feel like it was very serendipitous that we were going to talk about this. Throughout the past, not just this year of filming these daily grinds and recording these on the podcast and going through the 31 days together, over these past, what would it be now? This will be the third year that we've been doing this. We've actually been building something together, and you, the audience, has very much been a huge part of it. So Andre and I together over the past couple of years have wanted to put together a workbook that you could do this at home. And I can give you a couple details about it. It's going to be launching before the end of the year, so you can have it for the new year. Yay. But it's not one of those books where you're just going to sit endlessly and write a bunch of stuff. It's really going to prompt you. The book will do more of the work. And I've never seen a workbook like this that is so also just graphically exciting and not just a bunch of lines on a piece of paper for you to fill out. Like we did the work for you so that it can prompt you and really help you have those big aha moments. So,
well, not only that, there's sort of two ways of looking at this. And when you look at the workbook, to your point, it's not just a bunch of lines on a piece of paper to like have you fill out. And on the flip side, it's not just a ton of information for you to consume. And what we found to be true for us, especially this year, I don't know why this year specifically, this sort of came to our attention, that when we're reading personal development and when we're just like consuming content,
I shared
it becomes... Yeah, I know. I watch all your daily grinds, but still, it becomes overwhelming. It feels like you need to adjust so much in your life, and there isn't a game plan in place. So I think what's the genius, if you will, behind this workbook is the fact that you're not just going to learn tidbits and get golden little nuggets. You're also going to put things into action immediately. And I think that's what's so key. And we know this in our own life is like, what's the first step to making meaningful change in your life is take drastic action or dramatic action.
So it's not just a list of all the stuff that's wrong with you that you need to change. It's like, how can you implement it right away?
And also look at your skills. Look at your skills.
Look at
and how can you
10x,
right? The last podcast or 2 episodes ago, how to 10x what you do well. So I'm really excited about the workbook.
I think
it's a real, I think you should.
It's a real what?
I was going to say, I think it's a real testament to, dare I say, your genius a little bit. Like just
you should be on the podcast more often.
Just sometimes you talk to me about your ideas, and I'm like, this is really smart.
I've been working on it for a long time, by the way. Like I remember throughout the summer, I was sketching everything by the pool, and I brought it to you. And there's one of the pages that I can tell them, right?
Sure.
So one of the pages is actually like you're going through. This is actually a perfect prompt to like the title of the book. So because I studied architecture, I wanted there to be like a direct comparison on like a couple pages of a floor plan. Like you come into your house and like where are you spending the majority of the time? And very like metaphorically speaking, like where do you spend the most of your time when you're resting? Where do you spend the most of your time when you're thinking? And like that would be like in the office space. And it prompts you on all of that. But with that said, I feel like that's the perfect segue to the title of the book. So we decided to title the book My Dream Life Blueprint. And it's a working title, and the cover is being submitted like this week.
Yeah, if there's minor adjustments to the title, don't hold it against us. But right now what we're thinking is the My Dream Life Blueprint.
And it will be under the Daily Grind umbrella, so it'll pair perfectly with your Daily Grind. It has like the same little logo on it. And it's really something that we're really proud of, but that you guys built. It was built through these past 3 years of doing this together and the videos that you hear in here and the ones that really stuck with you. So one thing that we wanted to ask you guys is what videos of the Daily Grind or just any video you've ever seen me do has really impacted you or created, like spiked a change for yourself. And if you drop that in the live chats that way, by the way, I figured that out the other day.
Yeah, I saw you pointing that way.
I know, live chats that way. But if tell us, because we want you to have your own fingerprint on that blueprint. Like we want you to be a part of it before it's actually submitted for the final print, which that's why I wanted to share with you guys. I wanted you to know what you've been a part of, but also help you be even more a part of it, which I think is really cool. So we would love to know, like, what things have you implemented / changed the most? Like which one of the videos?
Absolutely. And that's part of I think the beauty of the workbook is the fact that it is implemented with the feedback in mind. It's not just, this is our brain at work or whatever. It's really this collaboration between your audience and you, which I think is really, really cool. And I just feel like it's years and years of your culmination of things that you've been able to consume and gotten really positive feedback on. And now it's going to be put in a format where people can utilize to really help them improve their lives.
I'm excited about it. So you're the numbers guy. When does this launch?
Ideally end of November, but probably closer to early December.
So same time frame as last year's launch of the Daily Grind. Isn't that kind of
very similar?
That's kind of perfect. 1 year after the launch of the Daily Grind, official launch.
Yeah.
Okay. And then our goal is that you guys would then have it by the new year.
Yes,
or Christmas if we can.
Yes.
If we can make that happen.
Yeah.
Yay! Well, now you guys are in on our little secret. Now I can stop hiding my Daily Grind planner from everybody, because that's like the number one thing that was on there that I was like, I don't want anybody to know. So you guys will be the first to know about this. If you want to follow the Daily Grind Instagram page or my Instagram page, those will be the 2 first spots to announce any news about it, drop dates. We'll do a pre-order, obviously, for anybody that wants it first. So we're really excited about it.
Yeah, and I just want to say before we sort of move on,
you'll be back. Do you guys want him back?
Maybe not.
They do.
But
the
Daily Grind brand for us is really, really simple. The intent is to create resources that are going to help you identify with what you perceive to be your dream life and help you put actions or like plans in place so you can put action towards accomplishing that dream life. And anytime we think about a project on whether it's worthwhile as part of the Daily Grind brand, it's as simple as deciding whether this is going to be a resource that's going to help you improve your life. And if the answer is yes,
actually make a change, not just it would, another thing collecting dust.
Exactly. And if the answer is yes, it's very simple. We put a check beside it and we start executing. And I think the workbook's a perfect example of you have the Daily Grind planner, which I think is a legitimate resource. And now we're going to have the workbook and a ton of other things that we're working on.
Wink, nudge.
That we're working on that we're going to announce over the next couple, probably weeks.
I know.
There's a lot.
I may have dropped a couple hints. You'll see.
Okay.
All right. On that note, this was fun. You'll be back. We're going to talk stuff that we need your input on. So you will be back if you guys would like to see him back. And one day, we said this before starting, one day we will buy 2 microphones, but this is another example of just press play, just record and do the work, and you can have the fancy equipment later. We don't have 2 microphones.
I'm just speaking extra loud.
Hopefully it was good. We love you guys. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for making the Daily Grind something so special. And thank you to everybody that's been here from the beginning for the past 50 episodes, for the past 1 episode, or maybe you just found us today. But today's a special day. We're 100 in and we don't plan on stopping. So we'll see you at like 1,000. Cool. Bye, you guys.
Bye, guys.
Let's go.